Welcome everyone. I am Janet Adams, also known as Your Personal Wine Concierge. I'm here on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram and YouTube, all under the same name of Your Personal Wine Concierge. If you're new here, you may be wondering, who am I? And why do you need a wine concierge? And I'll answer that for you. Personally, I'm a foodie. I love food. I'm also passionate about wine. I'm a mom, a wife. I love dogs, exercising, and overall living a clean lifestyle. As your personal wine concierge, I offer education about wine. Specifically, I enjoy helping you learn your tasting preferences so that you can buy wine with confidence. I don't want you going through the grocery store wandering around aimlessly, not knowing which wine to choose. So I want to help you be able to do that. Having your own personal wine concierge means no more deliberating over which wine or gift. Never wander aimlessly in the store looking for wine again. I'm here to help you choose wines and determine your tasting preferences. So that's enough about me. Now, who has finished their Christmas shopping? I actually am about 90% done. Did most of it online, which is definitely a change from prior years, but it was easier. So today's topic is about gifting wine. So if you're looking for any last minute gifts for Christmas or for the holidays coming up, this might be timely for you. When can you gift wine? That's a question for you. Anytime is the answer. Every day is a reason to celebrate. Let's dive in to 6 tips on how to gift wine. Number 1, and maybe the easiest or the most popular, is by the label. So simply choosing wine by the appearance of the label. And how do you do this? Well, I have an example here. This is the Dove Hunt Dog Chardonnay. And I would choose this for my sister because she loves dogs. And so I could tell her, I chose this bottle of wine for you because it has a cute dog on the front and I thought you would enjoy looking at that. So that makes the connection between us, shows her that I was thinking of her, and that's why I chose this bottle of wine for her. So simply by the appearance of the label. Another one that I like personally is the appearance of this label. I think this is a very elegant looking label, kind of fancy. And so I could tell the recipient I chose this because I thought it would look great on your wine shelf. Another example is, because this is one of my favorite bottles, so this bottle has a dress on it, and I could give this to my best friend and say, hey, this looks like an elegant, beautiful dress that you would wear. It resembles your style, and so maybe you would like this wine as well. So a few examples on how you can choose wine simply by the appearance of the label. You can do that, right? That was our first tip. Let's move on to tip number 2. So number 2 is choosing bubbles or sparkling wines. Are you one of those people that reserves sparkling wines for special occasions only? Not me. There are so many occasions to open up bubbles. Whether it's a socially distanced dinner, 4th of July celebration, or a Tuesday at 4:59 p.m. Lots of reasons to open up sparkling wine. And sparkling wine pairs well with almost any food. Sparkling wine is light in flavor, which makes it a perfect pair for food. And it's also great for fried foods. It's a perfect match because the crispy texture of the fried food, the crispy texture of the sparkling wine will wipe your palate clean and it'll get you ready for another bite of that fried food. So it actually pairs really well with that. You can try it with fried chicken or fish and chips. And people typically enjoy the bubbles on their palate as they're drinking it. So bubbles or sparkling wines, it's just a fun drink. That was tip number 2. Let's move on to number 3. You can choose a wine based on the recipient's taste. So what kind of wine do they enjoy? Do you know if they like red or white, certain varietals, maybe an international or domestic? You can choose something that's within that realm of something that they would typically drink. So for example, I have a friend who is hosting me next week at a meeting, and she loves Malbecs. And so Because I know this, I specifically went out and found a Malbec for her that I know she hasn't tried yet. So this will give her something else to try that's a little bit different than what she's had before. And so it's the same varietal as what she's had. So maybe if somebody likes Pinot Noirs, you can try to find a Pinot Noir from a different region that perhaps they haven't tried. So that's another way to gift wine, is by according to the recipient's taste. Another way is according to your own taste. So maybe you like a wine and you want to share that with the recipient. This cultivates a connection with you and the recipient. For example, one that I'm loving right now are these canned wines. This is the 14K Bubbly White. It comes in a mixed pack of 4 cans. I like the flavor variety of the mixed pack, but I also like the portion control. And it's a can, it's lightweight, ease of portability, which means I can throw it in my purse and take it to my brother's for dinner. I can take it to the lake, just very easy. And did I mention portion control too was nice? You may not need that, but sometimes I like it. That was tip number 4. And number 5, tell the story of the wine. Good wine tells a good story. Sometimes there is nothing better than reflecting on what you are consuming. For example, your wine was grown by a farmer whose family has owned the vineyard for 3 generations. The grapes were hand-picked at night for freshness and optimal quality, processed, has no added chemicals, additives, or sugars. Let the depth of that whole journey enrich your wine experience. Or maybe the name of the wine has a journey, an experience that you can share with the recipient. On this wine, the Field House, this is a picture of the Field House, which was the first office that was bought by this wine company. And so they love to have it on the label because it's reminiscent of the roots of the company. So lots of stories that can be told with the wine, either by how it's made or the label as well. So that was number 5. We are moving on to number 6, which is our last tip, price. Many different angles to go about when you're talking about price for wine. The first one could be you simply have a budget to spend. And so you're going to choose wines that are within that budget. Secondly, you want to give the receiver a treat that they normally wouldn't spend the money on themselves. So maybe you know they would typically spend $15 on a Cabernet. Well, maybe you should spend $30 on a Cabernet and do something a little bit out of the realm of what they would normally do to let them try something. That would make it more special. Or perhaps your budget is under $100 and you have no clue what they like. In this situation, here's my advice. So you have $100 and you don't know what the recipient likes. There's this combination of 3 bottles that I would choose. First would be a bubbly, which we talked about earlier because it goes with anything and sparkling wine is fun. Can't go wrong with that. I would add the Wilderness Road. The Wilderness Road is a mixer. It actually is an alcohol or alternative, such as for your gin or tequila, and it goes into cocktails. So this is made from clean crafted wine, but it goes into cocktails. So if somebody doesn't love wine so much, then they can use this to make cocktails. And then the third item I would add to that mix is a Scout sampler. So this is a 4-pack of mini bottles, 2 reds, 2 whites, and you get a variety. That way it's not an entire bottle and you're not wasting an entire bottle in case you don't like that flavor. So that's what I would do if you had a budget of less than $100. I would pick a variety of 3 items, including a sparkling wine, a mixer for cocktails, and then smaller bottles to give a variety of different varietals. Another thing you could do if you had a budget of under $100 is you could gift a wine club. So a wine club, ours starts at $89 and it's a gift that keeps giving all year. It's the world's only clean crafted wine club. And this will give you 4 bottles every quarter delivered directly to your door, and you don't have to do anything. You just get 4 bottles curated, especially for you, to your door on a regular basis. So let's summarize the 6 tips to gifting wine. First, we talked about by the label. Simply the appearance of the label, something about that caught our eye, and we shared that with the recipient. Secondly, bubbles or sparkling wines. Third, according to the recipient's taste. Fourth, according to your taste. Fifth, tell the story of the wine or the label. And the 6th reason is by price. So which tip can you use? Susan, I love your reactions. Thank you for those emojis. Did any of these tips resonate more with you than one of the others? If anybody wants help walking through my wine catalog to get some wine, then please message me and I can help you choose your gift for yourself or for somebody else. The wines I offer are all clean crafted, which means they do not have any added chemicals, additives, or sugars, and are farmed by smaller farmers, family-owned vineyards. Typically, it's organic with sustainability in mind every step of the way, from farming to processing to packaging. If you want a wine like this, then let's talk. As your personal wine concierge, I'm here to continue educating the casual wine drinker about all things wine. For your local customers, I'm going to the wine warehouse on Tuesday and can pick up orders placed by this Friday morning and deliver to you on Tuesday. If you want to peruse the website without me, that is scoutandcellar.com/Janet Adams. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all under the name of Your Personal Wine Concierge. Thank you for joining me tonight. Drop any comments or suggestions below, and I will see you next time.